pop my mic back on. All right. And welcome, lords and ladies of fate. In this channel, we stream tabletop role-playing games as you, the audience, earn fate chips that can be used to reward or punish your favorite players or their characters. You can earn fate chips by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just contributing to the game. You can then use those fate chips to heal characters, adjust their skill checks, force them to say silly lines, or just wreak havoc on the story. Tonight, playing Star Trek Adventures. Before we begin, we'll award 200 fate chips to anybody in chat that can tell us what musical composition did the resonant frequency sound like in last week's episode. But while we're waiting for those responses, these are the voyages of the Starship Norway. It's an 8-day mission to make it long enough to be a 9-day mission. Our crew consists of Captain Roland Sykes, being played by Armand. Lieutenant Commander Sivek, being played by Good Devil. Lieutenant Commander Arya Burks, being played by Amanda. And Lieutenant Commander Bajor Berkazin, being played by Roxosaurus Rex. And to mediate everything for the evening is Wayne, our very own Q.
Hello, everyone. Well, aren't you all lucky? So, how have their tiny, tiny minds worked to deal with the cultural enlightenment of a composition from their own century?
Got any answers yet?
Seems like the lords and ladies are sleeping right now.
The lords and ladies did not go and take the liberal arts core, I see. Is this
Wake
thing
up.
on?
Wake up.
Yes, I fear that they are going to do this. I had a backup question, but this one proved to be too tempting not to use.
Got 10 viewers already. Somebody should be able to answer.
Welcome to the stream. Yes. Anyone? What delightful... I believe that our security officer also had a musical background and could possibly give a hint. And now he's giving me the look of burn in hell. I believe if I were not Q, I believe the response would be go to hell.
The security officer has a terrible memory, and
it's that eye.
But
the security officer can look back in chat.
I can answer the question if we don't want to wait for somebody else to do it.
What Chinese composer?
There we go.
Well, the piece was called The Faint Ginkgo.
It is.
Okay, that cost everybody.
Yeah, we're taking a push from everybody.
Also, everyone takes them away. And, by the way, the security officer now gets to re-roll 1d20 at any time he deems fit. This is a non-transferable superpower for this session.
I like it.
Right, I like it.
This is what, now there's going to be, now, wouldn't you all like to re-roll a d20 at home at some point in your life?
Indeed.
That watcher, son of a bitch, stole my axe. That's all I'm saying. And they're so boring, they don't even want to interfere. Where's the fun? Everyone, subscribe to Disney Plus, reference code Lords and Ladies of Fate for a special offer.
That special offer is now I get to watch free Disney Plus off of your account.
And please send us the account number. Yes, use the Lords and Ladies of Fate. So what I'm going to do is then, Captain, you seem to have once again been unable to distinguish space from a planet. You can't steer a ship. You can't even hire people to steer a ship. Would you like to tell people how you got into this predicament?
Captain's log. We went to investigate a previous mission to the star, I'm going to butcher this, Arcanon 219. And found a set of warning buoys in an unusual configuration. Before we could investigate, we were forced to land on a tiny world of Arcanon 2193. I must send to Starfleet Command that Ball must be commendated for his actions in securing the runabout and making sure that we landed safely. We have begun to try to effect repairs to the runabout, a difficult task as our chief engineer is unable to join us for some Klingon rock opera conference. Our medical and security officers have gone out to scout around the ship for signs of life. Oh, computer end log. What? No, guys, stop. Don't touch that. Don't.
And now we shall share screen, resuming the mission of sadness. Starting sharing. I want to make a check. Does this register with anyone?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Because that's what's going off in your head right now. Because you see Arya put her hand upon a thing that looks remarkably like a baby seal, but it seems to have a rather strange color because, as we know, Star Trek ain't afraid to glue shit to babies, and it ain't afraid to dye an animal all kinds of wacky colors and stick a horn on them. So you now have Arya, medical officer. You have now touched the fishy, as it were. Sec, one of the things that you're picking up through your optronic interface, because you have a special ability, and this is basically Bejor Vision. Okay. Yeah. Essentially, the whole world is a Labor Day sale, and these are the flappy guys. The used car dealership.
The wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man?
Yes, the floppy guys. Yes.
I was say you did say Labor Day sale, and I saw the little bit of life in Good Devil's eyes leave him.
Yes, that took care of the last of the goodwill there. Had you considered suggesting a flappy guy? This is Bejoro Vision for right now, and Arya. What we're going to do is cut to a scene with you, and this seems to happen.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to attempt.
Also, we forgot to give a shout out to Rigatoni Pony for using their subscribing tier 1 right before the stream started. So thank you very much.
Oh, where am I?
Why, thank you, Rigatoni Pony.
Oh, no.
Who is here?
It's the mongoose. It's talking to me. All this psychedelic nonsense.
We have been known to use viewers' names as NPCs.
Can you? You are new. This is most wondrous and wonderful. Do you know Tyson?
Tyson?
Yes, this a wonderful person, a wonderful creature, Tyson Dijon.
No.
Oh, are you the new Tyson?
No.
Are you sure?
It depends. Who's asking?
Well, on behalf of all my fellows, brothers, sisters, and non-assigned genders, I am. What can I call you?
That's my name too. What a coincidence.
What a coincidence.
No, sorry. My name
I'm
is...
going to say that is very racist.
Jeez.
I'm
I
a
thought they would
mongoose.
treat you better at the academy, but no.
Oh my god, we just lost Ovaltine for real this time.
Velveteen is long gone.
Or God.
We are
No.
we are now down to Maxim magazine and Hardee's. You have to go hard with Hardee's.
Mr. A. My name is Lieutenant Commander Arya Burks, and I am the Chief Medical Officer aboard the Starship Enterprise. Can you tell me what this place is? Because just a second ago, I was standing on the surface of the planet, and I seem to have been whisked away, as it were.
Well, Captain, you seem to not be able to keep track of your crew. I suggest you have a retention problem.
Retention or intent or attention?
She is both, I presume. For she has transferred herself over to Jean-Luc's ship.
Are you serious?
She seems to have just decided, Cast, what's the name of your starship?
Oh my God.
The USS
It's
Norway.
not that.
I'm
Yes.
so sorry.
Oh, you want to be with Jean-Luc? He is so boring.
No, I don't want
He
to
just
be over
wants
there.
to look at his fish.
I said Enterprise, like it just rolled off my tongue, like I live there, like it's my address.
I'm sure
like,
everybody in
it's-
Starfleet does the same
I
thing.
believe what we call aspirational thinking. It's good to
90210.
have goals. It is good to have goals. Yes.
Look, I always said you're the best of the best in Starfleet, but I mean, come on, guys. You think I was serious about that? Come on.
That's why we're here.
Oh, I believe we have one for the clip show now.
The shame
We're
reel.
for a clip show.
Do you know where I'm from?
Do you know where I'm from?
Who knows where Amanda's
Space
from?
Karen.
I'm not telling you. I'm asking. I really
Space
am.
Pulaski.
Did you call me Space Karen?
Or
Because I
Space
swear to
Pulaski,
God,
yes.
I will get Space Karen on a t-shirt.
Ruru, I need to speak to your manager, please.
Seriously,
So,
babe, that's what I want for my birthday. I want a shirt that says Space Karen with the Star
believe-
Trek logo.
I believe if you got one with, what is the name? Audience, who is Space Karen in
That's
canon DS9.
Oh, I know that. That's easy.
Yes.
That's easy. Can I get?
Was anyone in the audience awake for that?
I don't know. Let's see.
I don't think I've ever watched Deep Space Nine.
I
Well-
believe you will find it refreshing from
I
this.
think I would like it.
Some
Well,
might
like-
say it's a Kai winning season of.
season of a
Star
Kai
Trek.
winning series. Yes, it's a Kai winning series of Star Trek. You're all just jealous because she had Gul Dukat and you never could. Riker's dad, Gul Dukat. That's why you all really hate these women. Actually, no, you don't hate the women. You hate the people that they are, because the people that they are kind of dicks. So anyway, what I'm going to, I believe you handled something diplomatically very well. If you would like to roll a presence,
Okay.
and let me see, let's go with command, because I know what you have.
Presence and command.
The Q
I have-
gas, ladies and gentlemen. A difficulty one.
So I'm rolling it against an 11, and I got a.
Yep, it's up to you. Wait, hold on.
Right.
Oh, you got a 4?
Yes.
Okay, not a problem then. Keep in mind, you roll 2 dice, and before you roll, you do have the option of buying more dice.
Oh.
So if you ever feel uncertain or concerned, you can always ask the group, say, group, I would like some dice, please. And they will say, no, suffer. I feel that they're all supportive of you, even though you wish to go on the Enterprise and be anywhere but the godforsaken way. It just looks like a freaking IKEA flat iron. It has no good views. It
Steven
doesn't
can
have
go
that-
listen to opera. I can go
Yes.
play on Picard's 20s holodeck or whatever
Yes.
era it was supposed to be. Just for
Again.
like 1 hour.
Everyone must agree that the holodeck and Section 31 are lazy writing, and anyone that employs them is intellectually barren. Do we all have a pact? Do we all pinky swear?
Make sure
Who
you
else?
stay tuned to Paramount Plus for the new season of Section 31 coming to you next year.
Do we all space pinky swear that Section 31 is a dead plot, is a you've run out of ideas plot line? We all space pinky swear? Good.
I
good.
promise nothing.
I'll watch it all.
You said I was supposed to roll 2 dice, correct?
You can roll 2 dice. You've already rolled 1 and gotten 1 success. You can roll a second and possibly get another success. Yeah, roll the second die.
I
please.
did. It's an 8.
Okay, that is also a success. Now, because you are look at you, you're a little overachiever. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You have too much. You have too many momentum. So I'm going to make you spend it. Is there anything you'd like to know for this thing as an information task?
I just want to know where am I.
You want to know where you are? Is there any other thing? No, Ruth, you can also meta if you're bursting with a question. However, one of the things, because you are a little overachiever, you're going to have to wait a second. I'm going to put you on hold because I got to take this call. And this call is to Good Devil, who's been sitting there. And what I need from everyone around the table is their best Klingon rock song name. Yeah, and like Armand's already thrown one out, but you got to do an English translation of it. Otherwise, it's just expectoration.
My blood wine's cold.
That's a Klingon country and western song. And my Targ ran away. And my covert class cruiser has broken down, but my heart's still beat for you. I believe I have made the good Captain vomit his coat.
Oh, jeez.
Who else would like to take a stab at being lampooned by someone who's just a fop? You can't say it. I can call myself that. Let's hear it in the chat. Fop, fop, fop. Do not substitute vowels. We will run afoul of even Maxim at that point. Do not switch an O for an A. Whatever you do.
Oh, I was sitting there trying to go, like, what's fit?
Oh, very good. Good save. You're staying PG-13.
Yes, I would like to go Meta.
Go meta? Meta? What?
Meta, whatever.
Yes. And Mr. Security Man, do you have a favorite Klingon rock and roll song?
Chuck Noch.
Which means
I'm not wearing underwear.
I'm not wearing underwear today, and that is actually an old-fashioned English song, and was in Avenue Q, if I'm not mistaken. Avenue Q. Yes, it was in Avenue Q. I'm not wearing underwear today. Yes, at 2 Avenue Q.
My favorite.
And
Klingon
Mr.
rock
Security Man and Executive Officer, how are you doing? What do you have for us? What could Civic be listening to right this very minute?
Knock. Friends in dead spaces.
In dead spaces. And Medical Officer, I am not putting you on the spot. You have already been dumped on. Is there a rock and roll Klingon song you would like to take a swing at?
Yes. LMKAO. Laughing my Klingon ass off.
I believe they have 2 of everything. Asses. Yes. I only have 1 dick, and it's you. Sorry. All right. Yeah, we didn't lose Max. We picked up Hardee's. Good job, everyone. All right. Civic, you are at a rock and roll concert. People are waving around MacLeods. They're waving around Batless. They're howling, and you have just checked out. Who has checked out? We may have lost a person.
I'm here. I'm just going to the
Okay.
bathroom real quick. Sorry.
I am going to stay my mouth so hard right now. Like, anyway, so you have people are waving mechleths and batleths. Various versions of Klingon blood colors, red and purple, are both flying about as Klingons are inflicting, we'll just call it a flesh wound on each other in the celebration of their warrior spirits. And you are finding a strange solace in this. Why is that? Why, Civic, why do you go to Klingon hard rock concerts?
I was under the impression I was to attend a symposium on warp field dynamics, as assigned by Captain Sykes. You can imagine my surprise when I arrived to my destination and saw he had a more cultural lesson.
So this is how you're going to explain your browser history to Starfleet and HR. It's all Captain Sykes' fault.
Joke's on you. I always use incognito.
Oh, incognito! You have foiled so much HR.
Also,
and you eat poppy seed muffins on a regular basis to avoid the space drug test.
it's always been a part of my diet.
And also, I believe I have rudely interrupted you.
Nope, quite fine. Because whatever that thought was has now gone.
All right. Then what happens is, as that empty thought leaves you, as part of the Kolinar discipline that you find yourself sinking into, as you see violent emotion and pointless ritual overwhelm you, you sink into your meditative trance.
Well,
And
as all this violence goes on around me, I find myself reaching deeper in to achieve the the benefits of my Kolinar and ignore the undoubting desire to perhaps grab a batleth, as the song "My Batleth Brings All the Boys to the Yard," where the singer imposed, "Damn right, it is better than yard."
I am so disappointed in each and every one of you. Why do you not think of it after you've been given 3 minutes of lead time? Why? I ask.
He said he wasn't going to be doing the improv today. Get out of here.
I believe I don't want to do improv because it's been a really rough day. I'm happy to accept this really great comedic gift. So, as the batleth is swinging around and everyone starts putting on these blonde, straight-haired wigs, and then
The boys are just coming.
and then what they're doing is they're seeing giant black trash bags coated in motor oil, and they're just fucking slashing the shit out of them. That's deep for all of you. That's a fan one. That's one for the fans. They are ripping into the armistices and having a ball doing it. So yeah, while you've grabbed a batleth and you begin savaging a plastic a garbage bag covered in motor oil. You reach an inner peace and a harmony, and believe it or not, your mind touches a familiar presence. And I believe that I'm about to put on the screen. Hello, everyone. I don't want to use the word three-way because I don't want to lose anything.
Because one of them is an animal.
Technically, well, actually, they're all animals.
Oh,
Come on, did you even go to science class?
And if you ask Pulaski.
All right, and Oh man, I wish I had sent it back. Here we go. And also, by the way, this podcast counts as a complete community college credit in office. And also, you could all root for send to back, send to back, send to back. And keep in mind, the referee will never learn the fucking keyboard shortcut because the referee has reached peak Gen X. All I'm going to say is that's actually kind of cool looking. I believe that we win a TNG Special Effects Award at that point.
It's like the mind three-way of, you know, what's the name of this place?
You said it.
I did.
I do appreciate that you used all the digits because no one says 200 planet 219. No, it's 219. And anyway, you, Aria and Civic, fancy meeting you here.
Dr. Aria.
Can you hear
What
me? I can hear you.
Yes. However, I am far from you. Where are you? Doctor, what is this?
I am trying to establish that I touched this creature and I was transported, I don't know, physically or just mentally to this place. It's very strange, and I'm aware of this creature's presence and I'm aware of yours as well. I don't know if he can sense you too.
Fascinating.
I would tell you his name, but I can't pronounce it.
Oh! Tyson! Tyson, it's you! And, I gotta...
The looks to Civic with recognition in its watery black eyes, and a look of trust and joy fills it. Seems to fill those liquidy eyes, which are on the ethereal plane. And what you do get is an impression, because you can share memories, and you can turn this against me so hard.
Indeed, as
this vision appears.
You come back! You have come back to us!
Civic, he seemed to think that I was Tyson as well. He asked me the same question when I came down. He seems to recognize you because of your similarities.
Doctor, are you implying that all Vulcans look alike?
I don't know, Civic. I'm having a weird day.
Yep, we are definitely securing the Hardy sponsorship.
I'm having a weird day.
Everyone together. What is Starfleet? Weird is part of the job. Sorry, go ahead.
Not at all.
It's almost a Pulaski level of racism.
Yes, this is. I think that they need to measure racism in Star Trek and McCoys and Pulaski's.
He doesn't look like he has really good eyesight. He's like a little weasel thing. Oh my god.
He's a little weasel thing. I believe, again, racist.
I'm in a love triangle with a Vulcan and a mongoose. Give me a... I'm having a weird day. And you know what loved triangle spelled backwards is? Devil.
Highlight? Oh, sorry.
So, Am I able to more closer bond with the aura to perhaps? Shit.
We did it! We broke the Vulcan! We broke the Vulcan!
All I'm going to say is, my spirit animal has spoken, and it has said, why not throw in a love triangle?
All right. Well, I guess that's it, for you guys. I quit.
The brand is gone.
Oh my god.
There's,
Okay.
oh, good. There's plenty of space in the continuum for you. You could be the scarecrow.
Like, I made it through, better than Yar. I made it through.
Yes. I could have been a contender.
I could have been somebody.
Somebody.
All right.
Anybody. Freddie Mercury. Anybody to find me somebody to pour. Love.
All right. Yeah, I would like. I would like to attempt to.
I am
see if I
banking the
can.
show.
If I could bond with the creature to see if I can learn any more of its memories.
Ah, that's an interesting idea. What I would like is, do you have your mind? Do you have the mind meld advantage? I forget.
No.
Okay, well it's okay. They provide all in mechanics. So what we will do is, I believe, do you want to science the hell out of this issue?
I would like to science the everlasting shit out of this.
If I were human. So
Science,
what
bitch.
I need you to do is science and presence. This is going to be a level 2 difficulty 2 task. So you'll need 2 successes against. I don't know what your science. I know your science is extremely solid. I do not remember your presence, so you can just lie to us.
Sure, I could. I would like to buy 1 die.
You would like to buy a vowel? All right. Does the group consent?
Yes.
Buy them
That's
all.
a consent of 1. Buy them all.
Only if
You-
you roll a 20.
Yes, please. Only buy enough to get a 20 because this is how it rolls. 3 dice against your target of what?
10.
Oh! Ouch.
Fail. Fail. Fail.
What? You're trying to be friends with. And
It would seem that I do not speak the language of aura.
well, that's an individual. The species name is.
Jeez.
Again, I'm going to have a lot of expectoration at the end of this. However, one thing that you can do is you are able to, shall we say, timeshare a body with the chief medical officer for the duration of this event. You could join the adventure as part of a mind link with the chief medical officer, who seems to have a deep understanding of the privacy and, well, I don't want to be vulgar, but the emotional need of Vulcans. Good luck
I was gonna
explaining this to the cap. What?
I was gonna ask, is it okay if I try to do the same thing and then I can share the information with him because we have the link?
You can, well, you could also, there's this antiquated thing you corporeal life forms have called docking.
I wasn't clear
You
if he
don't
was
have
like
to go and just-
near me or if he was physically near me or if he was just like we were just connected to him mentally.
Which he?
A Civic. I wasn't sure if
Okay.
he was actually there or if it was just like a telepathic link. I didn't realize.
Well,
okay, so I can just tell him.
Did you just assume Aura's gender?
No, we're
Again.
talking about Civic.
There's an issue. I was about to spring that one because we did include non-binary.
No,
Here's
I'm talking about Civic.
Okay. You and Civic are sharing.
And
the
I know Civic's
mythical
gender
state-
because I had to cure him.
Yes. You are sharing Civic's.
I picked it up on the scanner.
Yes. I looked. I peeked in the line.
I
of
didn't need to. I
Yeah.
did the chromosome thing, and
Oh, I was thinking that the pants were too tight. Sorry, Civic. I let that one land.
I was
You're
gonna make a
definitely-
joke about like a V chromosome because he's a Vulcan, but I just
V
I'm
chromosome.
gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
Oh, that's.
It's an X and
ex-
Y, so it's like a
Is
V.
that Would that be experience shaming?
No. They're smarter than
Yeah.
us. Well, they're at least they're more logical than us.
That's just what they say for the kids. I apologize. We are stomping all over a fellow person's time. Oh, don't bring me into this. The look of it's not happening. However, yes, you and Civic appear to, in this rarefied atmosphere, being able to essentially establish a very long distance mind fusion.
Okay.
Where you both will be able to share each other's information, ideas, pretty much yourself, which is a very intimate thing. And, you will be able to carry that with you, at least in this environment. I think, Civic, is this okay with you? You do sense that the crew is in need.
Indeed. I guess I would know that just by being connected to Arya currently. Indeed.
You do understand.
However,
yeah.
It is my understanding that the captain must have had some purpose in sending me to this rock opera. I wonder if it would be better for the crew at large if I resumed my watching of this rock opera. After all, it does end with "My blood wine is cold." I am told it is quite the banger.
Hold on. You dick. I had a question, Civic. Is this you wishing to break contact and leave the environment? I think it is. No, wait. Yes. Okay.
If
Wait, what?
it is my
hell
understanding,
happened?
it is my understanding that Arya made quite the engineer, or the chief meta-engineer. However, it went.
An engineer.
Fix him with a wrench.
She took some courses. She took some electives at the academy.
All right. Well, in which case, as the burden of Vulcan emotion would ultimately fall to Arya and her ability to be able to survive them, I believe the decision in her hands.
All right. Chief Medical Officer Arya, would you wish to maintain this link with Engineer Civic and bring him through what is to come?
Yeah, I think it would be in the best interests, only because we found a way into this, so we need to find a way out, and he might have engineering knowledge that I didn't study up on last week, right?
To be clear,
Only by 1 point, apparently. Yes.
Doctor, just to be clear, I could simply speed my breathing to end my meditation, and I would find myself being sung the hymns of songs such as "I'm not wearing underwear today."
Or in the original Klingon. We are banking the clip shows, man. I have been told clip shows rule.
I do not want to take the engineer away from his rock opera, but I also feel like he could be useful. So I want to know, can I try to call the captain on comms and ask him what the heck I'm supposed to do? Because I need to talk to a grown-up.
Oh, I haven't cut to them. How about I do that? You were
Okay.
you were in mid-panic. I'm sure it will be fine because we're still at this point on syndicated network television. Limited blood, hardly any broken bones.
Say Game of Thrones.
Clearly they are not allowing even the hint of a same-sex relationship at this point in the canon.
I will say, Major Stubble in the chat wants to know whether that was Klingon or Donald Duck.
Major Stubble.
To that Major Stubble, I would answer, where do you believe that Walt Disney got the idea?
Which came first, the Klingon or the duck? Now I've got to do some research, guys. I'll be back.
I believe that Major Stubble was barely able to place communication satellites at this point and is now delving into major spoilers territory.
Good Devil is on fire tonight. This is such quality.
There are some seriously interesting things going on because I don't know what they call a retcon. I believe it's called Star Wars Episodes 1, 2, and 3 are now being written by you.
I'll take 1, 2, 3 over 7, 8, 9.
Preach.
Well, you're not wrong. However, we've now lost our Disney sponsorship. Congratulations.
Oh, you guys fucking suck.
We'll make it up with the Paramount.
Came and went just like that.
Sorry, someone meted. Someone meted and face planted. Yes, that would be you. All right, so what I need to do is to somehow figure out what slide we used to be on.
We were somewhere.
Oh, dear God.
Oh,
all right.
That sweet little seal.
Oh, that sweet little seal. I love that. And the thing is, we will work with a distorted level of time as a meta thing because I'm Q. Everything's meta. I need to grab some on-deck slides.
I know that most of you don't know me, obviously, except for John, but he will attest. If I saw that in the wild, I would touch it. 100%. And damn the consequences. Oh my God.
This is indeed what I was counting on.
She speaks the truth, yeah.
Yeah. I believe if there was a Necronomicon covered in baby seal fur, you would go, oh!
I did it in Florida with an alligator. My mom was so bad.
Insane.
It's little. Okay.
I believe it's a tiny one. It's like getting a baby Balrog, isn't it? Yes, it is. So what I'm going to do is I've got way too many things. Have I reconciled? Get rid of that. All right. Again, you all get a credit in Google Docs. Bahal, Roland, Bejar, you have a senior chief medical officer touch a creature which appears to be a very small, innocent-looking, cute creature and go, oh, Disney princess time. And now she appears to be another Disney reference. What would it be?
Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty.
You guys are missing the whole Gen Z thing. I think you need to give up on the TikTok. What else would it be?
What's a TikTok?
Moana?
Maybe Frozen?
Oh, Frozen. There we go. I've definitely seen that.
Just let it go. So, am I carrying this? What the hell? I'm going to have to buy a better costume. So, yes, your chief medical officer has basically just essentially got a what? I do have a concern. We have a character who has not seen. For the audience, oh damn it! No, you've already spoiled it. No, there's two other characters. Which player has not seen the musical Frozen? I don't know how many million fate points there are in that, but that's equivalent of saying, I never watched Star Wars. I don't have a TV. Bite me. So, here's the deal. You have a chief medical officer who has booped what appears to be a very big blue and doughy-eyed seal. Bejor, you are seeing. We're on Bejor Vision now. You have these ethereal strands going toward heaven. They are the flappy guys. It reminds you of, again, a Labor Day sale. To remind you, we are doing this live. We are not banking this like some podcasters and other Twitch streamers do. This is the stuff, guys.
Do it live.
Do it live. We are doing it live. Meanwhile, Arya has just given up on facing the camera. She has just lost her mind. So, yes, this is what you, the command crew, captain, executive officer, security officer, see. You have a frozen, immobilized person, possibly hostile.
I'm gonna run over to Bejor and go. Did she?
Shuttle?
Yeah, exiting the shuttle. I saw this out through the windscreen happen, and I just run out there and go. Did she boop the snoot? Did she boop the snoot?
Captain, the snoot has been.
Come
Oh my!
carrying all the mining equipment out. Like, who booped the snoot?
I like there's 25 pieces of like aluminum falling out of your arms. The snoot has been booped. So you have a I do not know if you all, by the way, have medical or at least basic tricorders if you need to do that. None of you has any magical space powers of telepathy. That seems to have been pretty well cornered in the other story. But yes, you have a snoot that has been booped, and it appears that both the creature and the medical officer are both essentially frozen. They're both staring into each other's eyes. You do get a sense that there is something happening. You know, they're both focused on each other.
Captain, Commander, I say to them as I pull out my tricorder to scan both the creature and the chief medical officer. I'm getting some weird waves, some weird things going on in my vision, but I can't quite make anything out of it yet. Right now, it just looks like wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube band, and I'm hoping my tricorder tells me more.
Well, if memory serves, whatever interference that's in this sector has been wreaking havoc with our sensors. I'd be surprised if your eye is in a better tricorder right now than our tricorders are.
Nope, just squiggly lines.
Oh, well, you know what? Let's break out the tricorders. Let's see what we can't figure out.
I better stop that. That thing's on a loop.
We had
All
the
right,
poll up
so
for who the audience thought did not see Frozen. Two of them picked me, and one picked Armand. However, I've seen every Disney movie under the
You're
sun.
all idiots.
And you know what? You would have been very, very close to right, because I also have not seen
Oh, two of them.
What? So there is a secret truth here. The answer that the cast was aware of in this circle of trust was that it was Good Devil. However, Armand has been keeping a secret from us. Is he perhaps the werewolf that has been attacking the village?
Just that's your holodeck episode.
You don't realize it, but yes, you've been playing werewolf the whole time. Now you must defend yourself. Oh God, yeah, I hate to say, I'm banking the clip show, man. I don't care. I'm editing the shit out of this. But no, I am actually quite oh, congratulations on the intuition of the audience, by the way. I hope that whoever it is does indeed get their fate chips, and probably can. Again, I would remind you that you can attempt to besiege the continuum to meddle in these hopeless pieces of Flotsam's existence, if you wish. But if I'm doing a good enough job of meddling in their existences now, I feel actually a bit of a glow of accomplishment. So congratulations. Who else needs to give Disney subscriptions? Good devil. I don't know.
I have Disney Plus. I have no excuse.
Oh, I feel that Song of the South is in your future, sir.
That's my punishment. I have to sit down and watch that. And I don't get the disclaimer at the beginning.
Oh yeah, if you skip the disclaimer, then it's a punishment. Otherwise, it's just watching something from the original series. Boom. TOS for the unsensitive, badly dated win. However, I completely forgot where in the space-time continuum I have so many time streams to keep track of. Exactly. There is a scan going on. You understand that Arya, the chief medical officer, is heart rate is normal. Actually, lower than normal. What? Because part of it is one of the things a security officer needs to do is essentially understand. Well, actually, why don't we have some die rolls, because we haven't touched the dice in a while. Let's do control and security for the security officer. You do 2 dice. If you do not feel confident in getting 1 success, you're allowed to spend momentum or buy threat.
I got 2 successes, a 5 and a 12, and I'm at 13.
Okay. All right, you're at 13. You're just going to F and roll no matter what I say. All right, you only need 1 success. You have banked a success. And one of the things you can do is once you ask for an information request, you can continue to ask questions. Your initial question was what? All I know is you said, I've got a tricorder here because I paid money for it in Diamond Select. Go ahead. But your initial question was what that I can answer for you?
Is our chief medical officer okay? Is there anything going on in here?
There's a lot going on in there. She's a very complicated person and a target. Thank you very much.
He knows. He didn't need a roll for that.
I realized that after I asked the question.
That's an extra question back to you, by the way. Now you have 2 free questions. But no, she is her heart rate, respiration, epsilon and delta waves, as well as her paracycline levels are all well within norms. And actually, when you look at them, they seem to indicate through your filter of security that this person is not lying, that they are actually in a zone of comfort. So this is a comfortable this person is not under any form of distress. And you have 2 more questions if you wish to use them, and you can refer to the group.
Is there any way that we can communicate with her or move her?
Well, does everyone need me to be Q on that? Because he did ask 2 questions, and that's a penalty box thing.
You said I had 2 questions.
Oh, well, rules lawyering with Q just pisses me off. Okay, so the answer. What was actually dumb me. What was the question again? It was, is there any way we can talk to her? Is there any way we can do with her, right? Or
Yeah, communicate with her.
Yeah. You get the sense that, all right, how many people are still watching?
We got I think 16 in chat right now.
A decent bit.
Yeah,
Decent
16, including us. Audience, how would, what is the best way that they can attempt to communicate with Arya? And keep in mind, we will filter the crap out of this. Try and be TNGE about it.
TNG, yeah, that's funny.
I know what a few of my other characters in other campaigns would do in this situation.
That's why I put in the word TNGE.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Does anyone have, I know there's a bit of delay. Does anyone have any suggestions about the best way to bridge a gap in psychic communication? Or wake a sleeper that is not the Modib?
If it were me, I would just walk up and put my hand on her shoulder.
So we do it in Doria.
Lamont Young in the house says,
And if it were occasion, I think the water bottle would, or the spray bottle would
Chat
work.
suggests the Ouija board.
yeah.
I'm not moving it. I swear to God, I'm not moving it.
Yeah. I like the Ouija board, honestly, because everything else is actually too relevant. Yes.
Aren't Betazoids basically the Star Trek Ouija board?
Yeah, except how meta can we go on this? Because
It's our party, and we can meta if we
I
want to.
sense things. You're metaing. So she's gonna need one of those floating things on top of a floating thing, and then it'll go from all the spelling will be off shifted by 2 letters. I do like the idea of a Star Trek Ouija board. Is it? Yes. Pardon me, my bartender. Oh, I got the bottle down here. Pardon me, my bartender wanted to find out how am I doing, and not well based on the amount of Grey Goose I've consumed. What I'm going to say is, though, we have a Star Trek Ouija board suggestion, which is good. And what I'm doing is I'm doing this fill time because we do have a cast member who has needed to excuse themselves from the table. What I need is what would be a good rig up for a Ouija board in this sort of situation?
I bet you Lieutenant Commander Data would figure it out.
There's got to be a way that we can like triangulate the tricorders in some way that it accesses some sort of tachyon field inside of our brains and align that.
That's
with
a
the
lot of triangles there, my guy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a lot of triangles.
Okay, what we need is a love Engon, is what I'm hearing.
Can we put the seal on a board?
All right,
That has
so
letters on it. just walks around.
I'm looking forward to sliding the Parcheesi board. All you have is a leftover Monopoly board, which is under the HR training of no. Don't play this ever. It will give you ideas. So what I will suggest. So Bahamut, I gotta go with this. Sorry about that. You guys have come out of the ship. I'm moving the ship over here. You are able to draw a crude figure on the ground. Would that work? Around the seal? What kind of symbols would be on this Ouija board?
Pentagram.
Okay.
Start with yes and no.
That was very quick. Oh my God! All right, hold on.
Can you guys draw the Vulcan? I can't do it. The live long and prosper.
All right, hold on. The symbols on our Ouija board are You are stressing my ability to type, and I've just added a whole crew to this. Pentagram. Piece of. Oh, if it were so easy to just dismiss people from my life this way. We have Pentagram. I will discuss a rearrangement of our streaming layout to allow people to see this, because I'm willing to bet none of you see this. The Vulcan, it's called Vulcan Salute in parlance. What's the other one?
Yeah.
Yes, no?
Starfleet logo.
No?
Yes.
A crude drawing of a penis with balls.
Are you reading off of this thing, or are you just throwing this in on your own?
That's what he saw when he saw the word yes.
Well, yeah, that's what he saw when he saw the Starfleet logo, which I think explains a lot about this officer.
Yeah.
So since no one's saying it, I gotta say it out of character. How about, common alphabet?
I believe
There you
I'm
go.
not going to allow Kelman alphabet.
Oh.
We're going full Egyptian on this. We're going full Darmok
More
Angelon.
Stranger Things.
We're going mimic. We're going full not mimic, meme. No. Emoji. I feel so stupid. The poop icon. Now I've opened up a whole problem. Wait, I lost.
No. I'm gonna object, because I'm gonna say emojis are on the timeline that did not make it to this century.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I'll put them all
They're
back.
ISO language. Oh yes, you forget who you're dealing with. Who doesn't have his gloves today? We do have a Starfleet logo and the poop emoji, because I'm going to add that.
If you would have told me today that we'd be playing Star Trek trying to figure out what's on a 24th century Ouija board, I would have called you insane. Yet here we are.
Here we are.
But if we said no, and there's gonna be a poop emoji,
Yeah.
then you would have been like, well, I'm going to allow it.
Okay.
That tracks. That tracks.
How do you spell sombrero?
SOMBRO.
And what do they call that act?
ERO.
That's what, again, everyone, remember, red underline is your friend. And again, you can take this test and actually get a certificate at the end of the episode.
For 2 credit hours.
Credit hours. That is absolutely it. So that everyone could
Starfleet
see-
engineering and Word or PowerPoint.
This is PowerPoint. Well, it's whatever. People can be red, green, colorblind. No, we'll leave it black. Okay, so here's the deal. Rest of the cast, with the exception of Good Devil and Arya. Sorry to talk out of turn. Exception of Civic and Arya. You can ask a question. Arya and Civic, you must agree on the icon. Now, the question was, can we communicate with them and can we get them out? Mr. Security Man, are you interested in getting them out? Or would you like to see how this plays out?
I'm not quite sure. We have enough information to know if getting them out or getting. I mean, as far as we know, we don't know about the chief engineer being there. But as far as we know, we don't know if it's safe to get her out, right?
Correct. That's one of your questions. You still, by the way, do have one non-character outside question to ask if you wish. You can use it now or save it or use it when it's critical. Do you understand?
No, I do not.
I
Character, I like
I
out of
I,
like
frick,
out of
I
character question.
frickin' do. You can ask. You have one additional question because you ask, "Can we communicate with him?" And then you set up the pentagram, the Ouija board, right?
This is usually normal practice for me, but
Normal
yes,
practice is
in real
I'm,
life.
I'm setting up a Ouija board. Customer support call. Why can't my computer work? Ouija board.
Have you
Hold
tried
on.
to
Turn it off and turn it back on again.
Let me draw the. Turn off, pentagram it off, and pentagram it back on
I'm
again.
getting a poop emoji.
Yep. These are the symbols that you picked, and I'm just so entertained with seeing how this goes.
I really wish that we could isolate Arya saying "I'm getting a poop emoji," just like a video clip of her going, "I'm getting a poop emoji."
Put it on the reel.
I believe now. I believe now that the sound has been cleared up, we will. All right. So here is the. Let me see. I've got an arrow. Let's do a starburst. Nope, not that one. Let's just do a Kazam. Okay.
Kazam!
Yeah, so we'll just do that. Hopefully people can kinda sorta see this.
I can see it on the display. It looks big. Looks good enough.
Okay. I just want to make sure I want to make sure that the viewers at least can get some of the visual jokes. So here's the deal. You're again reminding you, security man, you do have an additional question or some other thing that if it clicks, if this spurs a different question about getting her out safely, I'd like to play it out this way. So here's the deal. The command crew plus the security guy will be asking questions, and then a consensus of good Amanda and will all be coming to an answer with the provided iconography. So go ahead, shoot away, geniuses.
So we have the whole thing set up here, and we're kind of like channeling
drawn
all
it out
this.
with some interesting. I don't know how you've drawn this, but you've drawn it in the dirt. You have touched her eyes, and the alien's eyes have both focused down, away from their communal moment, down.
Doctor, should we? Are you in any kind of danger?
Consensus?
CVIC? No? Yeah, we
Okay.
picked no.
Okay, I'm sorry, people. I really apologize. They go with no. So you see a symbol, no.
Wow, I was surprised to see this actually work.
It slowly moves.
Did you think we were just going to send you sombreros until you got frustrated and carried us on deck?
Arya and the unknown alien, the flipper on the unknown alien and Arya's hand, our most distal appendage, will move together to center on no. And no, they're not going to do the
Pretty sure I just saw that seal moving it.
They know what. Yeah, the seal. yeah. This is a very directive situation. The seal swears it did not do this. And we do have, by the way, audience, alien has not been named. You're welcome. Give that a shot.
Name an alien?
Name an alien.
Again, this is what you're paying. You're paying for live comedy. You're paying for live entertainment. Dance for Me, Monkeys Dance is a little passé, but very appropriate. Format options. We don't need it. Really? Do I have a translate? Do I have a texture? Man, this is really not helpful. Who actually has... part of it is I do have some people in the audience who are very familiar with this particular dance. Yes, drop shadow. Drop shadow.
Drop it.
Drop it. Size and rotation. No. For some reason, transparency, not a thing, because I would like the transparency issue. Doesn't seem to happen. But no is the answer there. Not in danger.
All right. Is there? Are you communicating with this being, this creature?
Okay, let's go with yes. But okay, good devil.
For different reasons. Also says yes.
Just to test and make sure that we know that we're communicating with you, can you please move the marker to the poop emoji?
Is there consensus?
I kind of don't want to, just to be. But
Also,
yes,
That would
we
be
will.
fitting. That would be fitting
Oh.
if both of you, if you went to some. No.
Sombrero, sombrero,
Well,
sombrero.
Captain, I believe that means margarita time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, how did I get to Google Help?
Oh, I don't
really
know. But I'm so happy that happened right now. The board is glitching.
Yeah, I love.
The officer throws the board.
I was like,
Says this
what
is
the
a
heck?
stupid idea.
You have gone so off the rails. This is
They
great.
refuse to use the poo emoji, Captain. I don't know what more can be done for her. We should leave her here.
There we go.
Go back.
Hitting the F1 key with the bottle of vodka is not helpful, apparently. So what I'm going to do is the deciding votes, of course. And I have to roll a die. Oh, crap. And it lands on Starfleet logo. I have no idea what you asked.
Well,
What did you
Sure,
ask?
the accuracy
actually?
is
Nothing.
He said he wanted to see the poo emoji for
You wanted to see the poo
confirmation
emoji?
that we were here.
I believe that may say something about. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I believe that may say something about Starfleet's current retention policies and
needed-
minimum wage.
Poo proof.
Commander, any ideas?
I'm not even sure this is working anymore.
Well, we are
It's
staying.
so random.
I want to go. What do we do to free you from this trouble you seem to have found yourself in?
Vulcan salute.
I have no idea.
Because I feel like they don't know that Sivek's in there. But
they
if I could
don't.
somehow like clue them in that he's there, they could reach out to him at his rock concert and
Oh
be
my
like, "What is
gosh.
going on?"
Vulcan
There
salute.
there is a as a meta thing, just to give you a bit of the thing that they'll nitpick us to death for on Memory Alpha tomorrow when they try and reconcile this with canon, because we're that important, obviously. You are actually cut off from comms, so you won't be able to check in with Civic. Now, that's okay. Don't worry about that. But I just wanted to do that because the nitpickers would take us apart when I put this in Memory Alpha.
No, that's okay because isn't there someone else Vulcan on board the ship? Because I feel like whatever link Sivik has, it might be because he's Vulcan. So if there's another Vulcan on the ship, maybe they could tap in too. So I want to like point them in that direction if they can't get Sivik on comms.
Okay. Well, Civic, you haven't weighed in on this because I think whatever's left of your culinary disciplined mind has basically gone. I have no idea how is going to deal with this. how they're going to deal with
He's
it.
gonna have a stroke. He's thinking he's gonna hate it.
Party.
Well, again, by the way, I will say, oh God, all right, and the moving finger is like, the other element is that, by the way, Civic, whilst your higher mind is engaged in this communing across literally light years, something that has not been engaged in since the days of the first Valtorpon, where Sarek's Katra was brought back by Sutek, his what's it called? His actual intellectual rival, but respected rival, the first Valtorpon. While all the sacredness is going on, basically those garbage bags full of motor oil are really being savaged pretty hard. And you do have a lot of split between your focus. So he slowly the pentagram, it moves to the pentagram. I like how everyone sat back at the same time, like, what are we going to do with this? Where's this all going, smartass?
There's a human tradition called exorcism.
I don't know. I'm at a loss here, fellas.
Hail Satan!
Yeah. There doesn't seem to be any immediate danger, but
Oh,
without
wait, hold on. Things have moved. Things are slowly shifting. Medical officer, do you have an input into what it was just said?
Yeah, I second that emoji.
Okay. The pentagram, the icon begins to move, and I believe the icon. You decided to take the comms badge off of the chief medical officer to deny her agency, but also that it was so intricately linked to her. That's why you actually did it, and I apologize for that statement. Don't put that in the clip show. And it begins drifting towards Sombrero, and then moves on to poop emoji.
wait a minute. That's what you wanted before, Mr. Bajor. That's exactly what we asked for.
Maybe it's answering all the questions, just two answers behind.
Well,
This is
shit.
becoming too much of a problem.
Contrivance, yes.
Commander, if this doesn't go the way I had planned, you're obviously in charge, and I'm just gonna go put both of my hands on the doctor and see if that like sucks me in or something.
Okay.
Ooh, or you could boop the snoot.
Yeah, exactly. It's the old adage of, you know, if you can't fix it from the outside, then you need to join the problem because that's the only way to fix it.
Can't beat him, join him.
Commander, what I would like you to do upon your character sheet is replace one of your cardinal virtues with that.
What was it again?
With it was essentially if you cannot fix the problem from the outside, perhaps you can fix it from the inside. You can change you can decide to replace one of your core values with that.
I feel like my other cultures are confusing. Become.
Oh, that's okay. This is purely for the
that's just
captain.
me.
This is the captain's. I shouldn't have said. I said commander. Absolutely incorrect. This was the captain making a change in his character. By the way, the system allows for this. Isn't this a good system? Would you like to play? Yes. Spend some money with Morpheus. You can buy a PDF. Yes, and then ignore most of the rules, and then buy another book. Ignore those rules. Buy a third book. Get confused by, and then ignore about half of those rules and misinterpret the other quarter. What I'm going to do is, it appears to be somewhat late for some of us. At this point, where's the love quadrangle? I do not have an icon for this from bad writing advice.
Oh, I like that though. That's so good.
As a lot, bad writing advice is one of my favorites, actually.
No, your artwork. It's so
Oh,
good.
this is not mine. Do not pin this. Do not pin
You
this.
picked it. It might as well be.
Oh, I did. This was very much, I believe, what got me this job as a GM was presenting this. When I had a story with Captain Pike, and his real name is Captain Panty Dropper.
Oh my god.
He was so damn charming. Again, I'm just going to say, there's not. Oh, this is going to get ugly. Oh no. Oh, yeah. This becomes that thing we all watched in school. I want to break this. I want to break this hard.
It's the parabola of mystery.
Who booped the snoot?
I booped the snoot.
Who booped the snoot?
I did. I had to fix the problem from the inside. So boop.
You
boop
did
away.
have to fix. You haven't updated your character to include. Sometimes you have to fix the problem with the inside.
I have decided the value at which I'm going to replace, but I need to request edit access. So I'm going to do that, but we can edit that later.
Well, what's the value you wish to replace?
Together, anything can be accomplished because it's close to anything can happen.
Very good. I hope that the audience agrees. A major change has occurred in a character. It will be forgotten next week. Again, we are totally going to go from Year of Hell with this. I have hit the Windows key. That's not a good thing, and it reveals what kind of system the omnipotent beings use. Let me make sure I got all of Captain Roland. And
Oh, you can get all of me.
you can make whatever comment you will of that. Is there anyone else who is going to boop?
No more snoot
I
booping.
don't believe the answer. All right.
As the commander says, no more snoot booping, I reach in and boop the snoot.
Oh, I've got to add you. I've got reflections.
Well, now it's a parabola of peril.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it's definitely parabola of peril, and now it goes into the Engon. How many people remember this from their nightmares of mathematics? You all
if
took-
Engineer Sivek is traveling at the speed of psychic light, how long before Dr. Arya figures out how to use her medical tricorder? Oh.
Which person boops
That's
snoot
so
the
bad.
fastest?
Okay, that's. Oh God! All right,
What
and
is
I've
the
got to
airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
swallow.
African
I
American.
For everyone.
Nice.
Let me see. Whoops. Okay, I somehow got 2 areas in here, which would be
Mirror
problematic.
universe area.
Sec, do not get above your raisin.
I don't
But,
know. It's a sausage fest up in here. Oh well, we can't count because we don't know
Yes,
if it's
and
sausage or
again,
not.
it's still raisin. Or it's
But I think
still,
you're mispronouncing it. I think it's.
No, I've met him. Like I met him before you did. Like don't act like you've known him for a long time because you just got here.
Yeah, but you met him and then you started being super racist to him. So like I don't know.
You're the one who called him him.
So we have now got this with an ethereal wisp of Tyson Dijon, who it's from here, has recognized as a situation. Let me see. What the hell's going on? Share a document? Okay, never mind. Yeah, now you're all kind of in this, with the exception. Oh, I love this idea. It's like the entire group is in there. I feel like the XO has decided to declare me.
He's going to set up an automated security.
It's a very easy thing to do. I'm in command.
Set up an
now.
automated security perimeter, and then go mining like he's supposed to.
He's gonna drop all of the things that he was carrying in his arms off the ship. Like he's just dropped them.
Told him not to boop the snoot.
Ready to work.
Told him not to boop the
Ready
snoot.
to work.
Order.
Oh, Bruce Gaskin says we're getting an echo on you, Nat. I don't hear anything like that.
On
though.
who?
On our commander here.
Oh, well, I believe that calls for a duel.
The XO is gonna shoot the snoot.
Yeah, I think the XO is going to shoot the snoot. So what I see is that many of you are in an N way. I believe we call this. Oh man, this is really annoying to me. Yeah, this. That this is a Craigslist of psychic phenomenon. They need a 23rd to just kind of round out the psychic ball. But what I do sense is you all actually, with the exception of Bahal, they've all kind of stopped. They booped the snoot, which is funny because the snoot's very small, but every finger is now on this tiny nose and these very watery, beautiful little eyes. And I don't know what your entire life experience has brought.
We don't boop
to
snoots on
this
Andor.
situation. No, they freeze.
Fingers stuck.
They break.
We learn better.
Snoots break off. Yeah, we learned. You know better. That's what you wave an antenna. You're done. What would you be doing now that the entire command crew has lost its collective pink mind?
Oh, I was serious. I was going to set up the security perimeter and go mining.
Okay. How are you establishing the mining, your mining locations? How are you picking where to mine?
I assume we have to do a tricorder scan to see if we can get some kind of location on that.
Okay, I need a, let's go with a science and control. And then some of us have to find out what the tricorder sound is.
Science and control, okay.
Take that, you precious podcasters, and I have to edit. Give me a soundboard and just the light.
I got a 1 success, a 1 failure.
We need
7 and 17.
Okay. 1 success is all you needed. You now have a course. Well, that too. 1 success, 17, a 5, and the love is all you need. The seal can be ignored, even though it does look like some of the Narok-Tereth with 4 apostrophes and a silent Q. That is, Q is never silent. What am I saying? A silent V. The Narok-Tereth of Andor. You once had one as a pet, I think. What was the pet's name? You used to have a Narok-Tereth as a pet. And it does kind of remind you of this thing.
You want a pet name? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think I did. Now I've totally lost my mind. You had a Nareth, and if you have a name for it, and you can use the Federation standard translation of its name. Bob. Thanks for leaving us hanging, bro. All right, Bob. You had Narok-Tereth. It was Bob. It had the same black, watery eyes, which, despite the cold, remained liquid. But yes, this reminds you of it. But you're off to march toward the location of the nearest ore, if I'm not mistaken, was what we were headed for, which was components needed to fix your sadly broken Generation 2 craft. And you're off marching. What I'm going to do is, and again, it's a pleasant time, way too hot for Andorians, but you're bearing up because this is just kind of how crap goes for an Andorian in a pink skin world. So what I want to get back to, which is going to be bizarre, is the N way, not the Janeway, the N way. Everyone, fancy meeting you here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can talk together if you'd like.
Mr. Major, why are you? I don't remember telling you to boop the snoot.
I couldn't help it. I felt compelled to boop the snoot.
I understand it's a 10 out of 10 boopable snoot. So,
Commander Bajor, are you here?
No.
Yeah, I'll pretend you're echoing. All of you pretend you're echoing too. Just go.
No.
yeah. Well, we were tired. We were tired of the rudimentary Ouija board that we built to communicate with you. So I decided to just figure out what's going on from in here. Oh my goodness!
You're really going to talk about the Ouija board when you have a security officer that's telling us to do poos?
Look, I can't control my security officer on a good day. Is that? Do I sense a very, very upset Vulcan, or as upset as a Vulcan can be? Hey, Sivek, how was that symposium on warp field dynamics?
Gotcha.
Hey, listen, some of those
Some grudges are best left to sit.
some of those Klingon groups have performed some of the best music in the Alpha Quadrant. And I feel like it's very important for all members of my crew to be culturally diverse.
Mm.
And I knew you would have never agreed to go any other way.
Pray tell, Captain, what cultural lesson was I to learn from my cavorts are broken, like my hearts are broken for you?
Nothing, but did you hear the my batleth brings all the boys to the yard? That I'm still playing that in my quarters on a daily basis.
I'm not quite sure I understood the lesson I was to learn with that one. First off, who the fuck is Yar?
Oh, Sivek, when we get out of this, we'll go to the holodeck. I've got some programs for you. But anyway.
Got time for some lazy writing?
Oh,
Yeah,
I have
no.
lazy writing.
Yeah, this
You know,
writing,
not
this
because
writing
this is
very
not the
energetic.
lazy part. I've got some lazy for you, sir.
Wait. A new form of communication across light years is not lazy writing. I got you.
Oh, you got way more lazy. Lazy is coming. We haven't hit lazy yet. Peak lazy. Peak lazy may well be the cliffhanger.
I'm gonna look directly at this creature and go, "What? Why have you brought us here?"
Hold on, I gotta find my soundboard.
Threaten him with
Hold
your
on.
rank.
I gotta threaten. Yeah, I think that punching and threatening with rank seems
No,
to be
Captain.
a raison d'etre.
Oh, I also learned that it's actually
You
customary.
didn't bring me.
Oh, no.
I didn't bring you. You pooped my snoot. I have a very poopable snoot. I'm actually one of the top 2% of snoot poopable.
Okay, so some people boop the snoot. I get that, but what? We didn't think anything sentient lived here at all. There's so much interference from the star of this system that we could barely make it through. We crash landed on here because of issues we had. What's going on here?
The great Tyson, my great friend, also knew that machines and not living was also a limit, and cared.
So who is Tyson? Is he a member of the Holzmeyer? The Holzmuller?
Who wants to pretend that they're smart and say yes because they've memorized all the shit from required reading at the academy? There you go. Mr. Mensa, smarter than you since 2286. Go
He never
Vulcan.
would have booped the snoot. He would have said, no, it's a trap.
But yes, Civic, you can hold forth on, well, the affirmative, essentially, and sound as smart as you want.
Yep. What he said.
That's right. Yes.
Yep. That was the My Little Pony version of Civic. Yes. So yeah, there was a Vulcan crew member as related. May I speak for you, Mr. Civic? All right. Mr. Civic would say in a very eloquent, somewhat George Takei voice that indeed Tyson Dijon was a Vulcan who served aboard the USS Heisenberg as one of the engineering staff. And it came out later that he was neuroatypical. And might I point out, well before that Dickwad Spock was retroactively canoned into being neuroatypical in that not canon disco thing.
That was my favorite part of Discovery.
No, literally, I am not kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, a show you will never see, The Dad's Game. The Dad's Game had a neuroatypical Vulcan before it was cool. You decide what you do with neuroatypical Vulcan. Discovery did an amazing fucking job, by the way. I was super happy that Spock got to speak to two generations of people who were outsiders. So anyway, yes, Tyson was a neuroatypical Vulcan, now heralded in the more mod 24th century as a bit of a harbinger. Spock was too much of a legend to not be perfect. But yes, Tyson was one of those guys. So I don't know what we're going to do with that. But he did have mind meld as a skill. I left you hanging, didn't I? Did I leave all you hanging?
I don't remember.
Yes, no is good. Yes, I got 2 yeses. I got an arm raise, a yes, and what's my fantasy draft doing?
No, that's over. I'm just mining now.
Joke.
Again, they don't have to care. Why should you? We have, but yeah, you do have the ghost of Tyson in there. And what I'm going to do is cut back to the person who is essentially being Patsy from the Holy Grail, which I don't know if any of you young whippersnappers understand.
I've seen a Monty Python from
I
time to
love
time.
that movie
I've
when
seen
I
it,
was
yeah.
younger. It's been a long time since I've seen it though. I
Are
don't get the reference.
It still holds up.
fans? Patsy, the Holy Grail. You can Google it by now. Who was Patsy? And who played him?
Billy Wildstar says, "I've seen the month Python." I don't know what that
Python?
means. I don't know what
I
that
believe
means.
he is experiencing a programming language as a comedic session.
He told me to shut up.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm omnipotent. I know I'm big on what was. What will be, not so sure. However, there is an Eagle Moss model upon which is converging several things that, Bahal, did you know that you got tricorder readings from the security officer?
I got tricorder readings from the security officer.
Did you know that he gave you codes that would let you see what his eye sees with your tricorder?
No.
Well, guess
Do you
what
want to see
happened?
what his eyes see?
Do you really want to know?
Yes, but I'll keep my finger on the off button
Clear
just
history.
in case.
Clear history.
Yeah, you have your finger on the off button. You have the EU factor going. But you encounter, I don't know if you're watching the stream, you encounter an Eagle Moss shuttle pod of the appropriate era of the maintenance worker bee crashed into the crust of this poor little third planet that looks to be of 23rd century design. Your tricorder actually indicates the harmonic resonances are converging upon this small shuttle pod. They're both going into and then out from this shuttle pod. You may have stumbled across a Nuxus.
A what?
And not the sexy spanking kind that makes it all like Christmas.
All right.
Wanted Star Trek?
Is it dangerous?
And with that, I'm going to establish a cliffhanger with consent.
You love doing that.
It's the only way
Shuttlecrafts, it's good.
It's the only way that 6 people are going to continue watching the show. Yes. But however, yes, you have a shuttle pod from the 23rd century, the era and the point at which they reported a lost shuttle pod or a worker bee. The captain reported a lost worker bee, and you've now found it. But everything seems to be converging upon it. So what I will do is say good luck and see you next week.
Well, as acting captain, I will make sure to do a third job of.
Oh, that's right. You're in charge now.
Oh,
everyone else
that's
is incapacitated
right. I
or
didn't think about that
insane.
Yeah.
Good job.
He's like, you guys are all sleeping, so I'm gonna fix the ship and maybe take off. Hope you all wake up.
Deal with one problem at a time.
I think an instance of many
That's what you get for
promotions.
Christmas, dude.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out with us while we play Star Trek and contributing what you did contribute. Obviously, the stream is as interesting as you guys helped make it. So please continue to chime in with stuff and help keep things moving. That being said, we will be back in a week from today to continue this adventure. But if you really enjoyed what you saw tonight, please hit that follow button if you haven't already. And check us out on Wednesdays. We do a 5th edition D&D campaign run by our Armand here.
Yay, I do that sometimes.
Stuff. And then Thursdays, we just concluded a Rifts campaign we did the season finale. It happened. It's over. So yeah, it's like 10-ish.
We did like 2 months worth of season finale.
You just never know. And then we start Star Wars Thursday this week. So that'll be fun.
I'm really excited. My Jedi costume is hanging up right next to me, so I'm
I've
very
got
excited.
my Jawa costume here.
That's awesome.
Hiding out.
Nice.
A little,
I love the idea of a Jawa DM.
I love the idea of a Jawa and blue.
yeah. He's secretly hiding his blue
what's
face.
What's the best part is
yeah, that's why they wear them.
The Jawa only speaks in Jawa, and no one else in the party understands him, except for we have a droid member as a party member.
So you're using the
great.
Chewbacca rule? You're using Chewbacca rule.
Basically, he's gonna speak in Jawa. No one's gonna know what he says, and then the droid is gonna have to make actual rolls to see if he can interpret what is being said.
What he's saying. Oh,
and then
so good.
and then the DM is going to, based on whether the roll is good enough or not, say what the translation is going to be. So we might end up with some really just piss poor translations from the Jawa. I am really excited.
That's gonna be
to do
so
what?
good. I love it.
Wait, I need to find a tobacconist. I need to scratch. This is what you're doing. You're doing Monty Python bad. You're the Monty
Bad
Python
lip reading
sketch.
Star Wars edition.
Bad lip reading Star Wars.
Hey, Monty Python doesn't
Sorry to
did
be
it
a-
first.
sorry
That
to
doesn't
horn
mean
in
it's
on
bad.
sorry to horn in on your Space Wars thing.
So yeah, and then we'll be alternating that and Aliens. We were going to do a watch party next week for the movie, but Jeff Bezos heard about it and shut us down by taking Aliens off of Amazon Prime. So I'm sure he did it intentionally because we are just so huge that we warrant that kind of attention. Yeah.
Eat the rich.
But so what we'll probably do instead is we've been playing Aliens Fireteam Elite. And Adam and I are very close to the end now, so we might play that to completion as we have a couple of our members host the event and then have as many guest spots as we can fill from other cast members like yourselves.
Now, we still haven't decided how it's going to work. Personally, I think we should do it like an esport event. Like, me and Bruce Gaskin will be the shoutcasters, while you guys, we have your volume in, but it's like really, really low, so we can kind of hear you guys conversing with each other. But the entire time it'd be like, oh, and Bruce, did you see that alien that xenomorph just came out of that hole in the side of the wall? Did he call that a vagina? He did. He called that lady's anatomy. Oh no.
So yeah, so any cast members that are interested in wanting to pop in and at least just kind of say hi on a different night and get to other streams to get to know you a little bit, that would be great.
I want to be on the stream.
Yes.
Can I be on the stream?
So I'll be sending out messages about that this week to get some time slots down, so we can
that.
kind of plan that out a little bit. There will be some fun aliens facts that we'll throw out there for you guys to talk about as well. So.
Yes, and all of the facts are very, very centered around the movie Aliens, because again, that was originally what we were planning on doing.
Well, they're all
watching
centered
the movie,
around aliens,
which we are now no longer doing.
That's such a bummer
I
that
know.
they took it off. That really sucks. I was really looking forward to that. That's just like
couldn't have done it for 2 more weeks.
No way to predict it. It just stinks.
What happens to the cat? What happens to the cat? That's all I care
Actually, I'll give you a free fact.
about.
There's
All I
actually
care
multiple
about
cats
is the cat.
used in that movie.
What?
They mostly
Are you telling me that Tobey Maguire's not
No
Spider-Man?
cats were harmed in the making of that movie.
No, well, that's why they needed multiple cats, because one of them was.
What? What? You know, I will find you. I will find you, and I will kill you.
We just lost Friskies, guys.
All right, with that, let's find a raid. Let's find a raid. Who can I raid tonight? I kinda kind of gonna go with our pals, the Lollygaggers, because they are playing Aliens.
There you go. That's appropriate.
Wrong voice.
I don't see anybody playing Star Trek, so yeah, I'll probably go with Aliens.
No, because who would? There's like 6 people that play it.
Hey, here we
We're all right
are.
here.
They're all right here. Congratulations to all of you and your puny minds. You almost understand wiggly wiggly gifs. Let me get that stupid thing off the thing. Wiggly wiggly, flippy flappy guys. We will have one to hang on.
All right, and hopefully we'll see. At the very least, we'll see everybody back next week. So, bye everybody.
Hey, but we know you'll be here on Wednesday. Yeah.
Bye.